Okay. Let me know, teacher, when you want me to start recording.
Now, start recording now, please.
Okay.
How are you doing for the people who are just arriving? Let me tell you that this is the conclusion of week number 9. I want to show you in the Moodle how we are operating and for you to understand your grades and what to do for next week. This is basically what I want to show you. My conclusion will take like 5 minutes, but it's like a help for the exam. All right. Here, I'm presenting you the Moodle week. Okay, just for the record, this is our course. Some people it's the first time that they get in there. And I wanted to mention something in week number 9. Hello. Thank you. You cannot listen to me. But it's later. I thought that everybody. I'm just speaking. I'm showing you some. The Venn diagram? Luis, no, but it's done. The Venn diagram is done. I don't know why. The explanation. No, Luisa, with the grade, it was like almost already. But Luisa, because there is some, yeah, there was an exception, yeah. Don't worry, we can talk after my explanation, we can talk about it. Because basically with the deliver that you sent, I gave you a grade. Please, if somebody doesn't have the grade of the Venn diagram, let me know because today is the day to clarify that. So I was showing you here in our Moodle, in week number 9, I wanna know if we can conclude it. The objectives, yeah, our material, and actually in the calendar we had 2 hours, 2 weeks. So that's why we have 2 lessons in week number 9, April 14 and April 21st. Study this, please, for the exam. For next week's exam, basically you will have to rewatch the lessons to see what theory or what explanations we had and what I gave you, so you can use that information during the exam, okay? Venn diagram, yeah? Most of you work by pairs, so you will have your grade. And teaching activity, remember, when I finish this explanation, I want to know by in groups, if the group is complete, not only one person by group, but everybody, and we can talk about the teaching activity part, okay? Now, we had some, I'm going to make this available. The people that participated in group A, starting today, you will participate in group B. And the people that participated in group B are going to comment the teaching and the PDFs in group A. So you will exchange the forums. It says restricted here, so restricted, sorry. So I will change it in some minutes. I will open again, but please, los del A comentan en el B y los del B comentan en el A. This is why, like, one of the first assignments and homework for next class. Is it clear for everybody, please? Say yes, say no.
Yes.
As you can see, for example, I'm going to show you this. We have here, Lisette, 1, 2, 3, 4 lesson plans on the date, okay? So Lisette, Lady, Valerie, Camila, Laura, Nicolás. You guys, please, in this moment, after you finish your quiz today, I want you to go and comment, make different reflection, whatever, in the other forum. In this forum, the people that I just mentioned, you are going to analyze these, make comments. Yes, Nicolas, nice, good job. Alejandra, maybe Karen, you should improve this, or no, yeah, keep on working. Isabel, yeah, we saw this, you made this video. So people, please watch it, because probably some of them have a grade, but we can rewatch it next class. Next class before the exam, I want you to watch this online, but you can watch it during the week. And these people that appear here, you're going to go to forum A and make comments. Is it clear? This is part of the instruction? Easy?
Yes.
So I guess
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
teacher.
going to keep the same forums. I'm going to open them today. But that is more or less week number 9. And in week number 10, this is what I want you to tell you. Look, the objective of the week, the topics of the test, and there is the test. Let me have my explanation during 5 minutes so I can contextualize a little bit the theory, and then you will free to go and take the test. Look, it is for 2 attempts, 2 intentos. Limit 30 minutes. The moment you start, you have 30 minutes. But look at the moment, so you can do it today, mostly tomorrow. Is it clear? Check the conocimiento, revisión de conocimiento, digital test. 10 points. Okay, cada uno vale 2 puntos, da 40. And the last point is 10 points, so 50 or 5. And the part of the theory, ask me questions if you don't know something or what I'm saying. Because after this explanation, you can go and take the quiz. But remember, I will be here until 11, helping you, assessing you about the teaching activity. Now, question time, and I have my time here. Questions?
Okay, we can make the presentation today, right? Do you remember that the last class you assigned like some people?
Yeah.
And
But for example, Liz said that what I have to tell you is something like in 2 minutes. You work alone or with somebody else?
Alone.
So when this recording stops, you can be number 1. I can give you a comment according to your advances and the final product, what I saw in the forum, and you could have the grade today. I'm worried maybe, but for those people who haven't presented anything, you understand? But for example, you said, and you and your group, or whatever, you have presented a process, so today I can give you the grade. The oral presentation is more like a 1 question or 2 questions, explain in 2 minutes the activity, and that's it, you know?
Okay, teacher.
You don't have to speak like 30 minutes today. And I know some of you have a maybe presentation on PowerPoint or something. So in the moment of the grade, you show me that, because that is the material and the support. All right? So we're going to work by turns. Lisa Lorena, number 1, and then in the chat, maybe you can write your name and turn, number 2, 3, blah, blah. And well, this last part, no screen, but I need the, okay, Nicolas Vargas, maybe number 2, and Laura. Go write it in the chat so I can assign the turns. Carlos Rojas, number 3, Janice Ortiz, number 4, and Angie, number 5, and Paula and Camila. But I guess you have the grade. Okay, let's work in this order, and when I finish with Paula and Camila, I can assign new turns. So be attentive to the WhatsApp and everything. Well, so one of the last parts here has to do with the homework, with the book, Kiss the Bot, that you read for today. We are working on unit, especially unit 7A or A7 from pages 77 to 83. Am I right? Am I wrong? From Kiss the Bot is our leading author. Kiss the Bot, Kiss the Boot. I'm not sure. Kiss the Bot, I guess it's like that. Correct me. Kiss the Bot. And by reading that part, you are able to have a historical review of the theory, the principal authors and theories in the timeline. This is one of the options for the for the quiz today. Point number 11, or I mean, one of the points has to do with a timeline. You will have to construct a very short text mentioning the most important authors or theories. I'm talking about one of the points of the exam, of the quiz, pardon. As an example. So you write a text, short text, and it's optional if you create a timeline. You put Chomsky, Vygotsky, my principal names. This is one of the points in today's quiz, to create a timeline and a short paragraph about the authors and the theories. Because the part that you read in the book has to do with language teaching, the perspective from the instruction, the role, the importance of instruction. So basically, from the 60s, they start making a review about how, for example, basically you had the classical teaching, which was structuralism, in contrast to the new models and the apport of the linguistics, for example, with Noam Chomsky now, he arrived with the universal grammar, innate abilities of the kids, instead of this was more from the psychological school, and it was from the linguistical school, okay? Structuralism versus universal grammar. And in universal grammar, something, you know, Chomsky, more or less, is the year 1966. If you wanna say something, or contradict me or agree or disagree, tell me. You can speak. You have the microphones open. Okay, what else? And basically, this guy was the opposite to the behaviorist and the Skinner and the experiments about the conduct, you know, remember you don't say conductism, but behaviorism, but it was more from the perspective. So remember, this guy included the linguistic perspective and the innate, the genetic ability of the kids to learn languages, wherever the context is it. Okay, and what is the importance in teaching this? Okay, that the different tendencies, for example, nowadays in the 90s, this is more connected to the communicative approach, or let's say CLT, communicative language teaching. But this structuralism is more related to memory, you know, memory related to translating, traducción, translating, what else? Memory, translating, memorization. You have to study a lot of grammar and a lot of rules. Instead, with the communicative approach, you use the language for giving a meaning and you use it in context. Okay, the last part that I am telling you here, something in the reading, they mention about the AM and the connection. Maybe next week, some person can say, teacher, in the final exam, I wanna focus about the connection between languages learning and the Second World War. La Segunda Guerra Mundial, que tiene que ver con la enseñanza de lenguas. Yes, it has to do. If you read, you know what I'm talking about. And in contrast, maybe in the 70s, they arrived with this audiolingual method, which basically has to do with what? With repeating, and the keyword would be drilling. Guys, if you consider that repeating and drilling, yes, it's important, but as one activity in the class. But if you consider that a final exam is making your students repeat and repeat and repeat without meaning, this is more like audiolingual. It's forced, it's limited, you know? What else here as a conclusion maybe? By the year 80s, okay, by the decade of the 80s, in this method, our friend Krashen arrived with the theory of the monitoring, you know, the 5 hypotheses that you had a quiz on that. So, okay, you can mention it in the point. And in the last tendencies after the 90 with the boot of technology and that stuff, maybe we have some concepts you need to have clear today as future English teachers and in this class that we are going to be working on. Nowadays, you have to make the difference between clear, but also call. Another one we have, okay, this is more like the perspective of the Europeans, you know, because this the also that is the CBI. Guys, this is some concept you will learn eventually in your profession, and you know what we're talking about. CLIL, content, language, integrated learning. You learn content through language, and it's the same. This is the different categories of Europe and America and the United States, but it's the same. Content-based teaching or learning in this case. So content-based, and this is content language, is the same. But this is computer assisted by computers and technology. You also have e-learning, you have blended learning. And nowadays, maybe that you are working a lot with flipped classroom or flipped methodology. Flipped with double P, flipped classrooms. So far, I know maybe it's a lot of information, but if you have been attentive through the course, we are in week number 10. In these 10 weeks, you will know what I'm talking about. The reading was easy for some of you. So let's just take the quiz. I don't know if you have any questions. Most of the time, teachers nowadays, we try to work with the communicative language teaching, but I wouldn't discard, I wouldn't say that I never use translating methods. Sometimes I am traditional, so maybe my theory is like a mixture, you know, but you have to know what you're talking about. Questions here? Can we go to the quiz, maybe? Was it too much information? But if you read the homework, you know what I'm talking about. Maria Camila Amador, we have some terms. I already explained. If you didn't pay attention, sorry, but we already have some terms. I don't know if you are 6 or 5, but it's today. I said at this moment of this recording, we have some terms. Some people already have the grade. I'm going to show you the grade in Excel. And well, I guess that's it. Do you have any questions? Can we conclude week number 9? and start with number 10. Remember, it's like a historical review of the theories and the authors. Questions can stay with the people for their teaching activity. The rest of you can stay, but I'm gonna be working on the email and the advances that these people gave me. I give you the grade, and then you go to have the quiz, or go to take the quiz, and then you come back. I will be here like 1 more hour. Questions? Can we stop the recording like in 5 minutes?
Yes.
Sure. Easy. For some people, they but this is easy. That's very easy. Is that it? This is a part, this is one part of what I was trying to include in the quiz. So, well, the rest of you maybe now, Isa, you can stop the recording maybe, and I'm staying only with the people who need comments or feedback about the teaching activity by turns. I already assigned some turns. As for the rest, maybe I will see you next week.
I already saw the recording, so
send me that, please. Send me that recording.
okay.
That MP4 to my email, my dear, please.
Is there well, let me see if I can do it.
Maybe it takes time to convert, but it's in document, my document.
No, the thing is that I would need to, well, I'm gonna leave the reunion, I don't know, because that's the only way that I can convert this, this file. So I'm going, bye.
The important is Isabel, okay, you tell Isabel, that she sends the recording today. So group number 1, how can I help you with? Let's pretend we are in the classroom. I am here on my desk, and you just approach to talk about the grade of the teaching activity. What is group number 1?
It was me.
If you are done with this, or if you don't want to talk about it, go to the Moodle, take your quiz, and I will see you next week. The rest of you can stay or see you later. So number 1 was who? Sorry.
Me, Lisette.
Okay, Lisette. By yourself or with somebody else?
Alone.
Alone.
Yes.
So I'm going to open the email in this moment. So probably I can give you a kind of comment. And the final grade. Yes, wait. Different from this teaching activity, remember? Questions? From the other assignments, for the quiz, for the topic, something that you... No?
Teacher,
Let me know.
The timeline that you said it is for the test?
The what? Repeat.
The timeline that you mentioned?
It's one of the points of the test. Yes, you will go and read the instruction. When you find it in the exam, you will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I'm going to open what? What should I open, Lisette? I work with the final product on the Moodle, or you have some?
Yes, the final product on the Moodle, please.
Sorry, Lisette, I just got out of internet. So I was saying, should I open the Moodle and we work with the PDF in the forum, or what would I do?
Yes, teacher, the link in the Moodle.
All right, so let me go there. Screen. And the Moodle. Right there. Week 9. Teaching activity, right?
Right.
Pero Luis no te va a dar una nota, ¿cierto?
No, no, señor.
Okay, don't worry. It won't take long. Reset.
Okay.
Let me try the computer.
Teacher, if you want to open login, you have to do it in the search bar.
Yeah, I was trying to open it in the computer to visualize it better, but let's try here if it opens. No way. Okay. You have the quiz there. Editar, seguir, guardar. And in the meeting, what is the name of the process? Se perdieron las preguntas, ya les estaba mostrando. Please, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go take the quiz. Today is the priority. I'm helping some people here, Lisette, and some turns. So please be patient. But you can go take the quiz. 11 questions. De hecho que 30, pero no, pero estos son solo 10 punticos y el 11 es de creación. Pero ¿qué pasa? Ahora sí. Be patient, Lisette, but you can start speaking. What is the objective of your activity and what is the connection to memory and gadget?
Okay. Well, in fact, I didn't make like an objective for the memory in specific, but for the activity, because that is like implicit. You don't say to your students like, okay, today we are going to work on memory, but you do it like with that kind of activities. So I choose the book Navigate from B2 level. So the population is intermediate level, intermediate
Right.
English level, and I'm going to read with me the objective.
It's happening in a second. Be patient.
That's right.
So start. You have 1-2 minutes to speak, and I give you a grade. I had already seen Lisa Lorena, but
Okay, yes, but I need to explain it. Okay, can you pass, please?
you say scroll down. So
Okay, scroll down. No, arriba.
I think she refers like go to the
Yes,
next
yes.
slide.
And
just
there
click
is
on the next slide. I got it. I
Yes.
got it. Okay.
Thank you, teacher. So the objective is students will be able to identify the uses of gerunds versus infinitives. And next, please. Okay. Well, first in the Navigate book, you have the previous one.
No, just speak because you have 1 minute. Speak. I'm seeing your material and speak.
And first you have like the explanation. It is based on like explicit because you have to give the students like the roles of of the topic, for they to understand the uses and the differences of gerunds and infinitives. And then, teacher, can you come back to the previous one? 1 minute, please. Okay.
Quickly, Lisette, please. Be concrete.
And okay. After that, when you give to the students the activity, they use like the like their shared memory, because that information is that you have previously gave them. I make like 3 kind of activities. I found because I wanted you to notice the difference between the kind of memory in those activities. So the next one was like they have to speak about their experience and share with the classmates. So in that part, they have to make use of the long memory because those are thinkings that talks that um, they already had in a moment of their life. And then if you do if you touch take into this into account, you're going to find a note. And basically it was based
30 seconds.
on a video where they have to analyze the information, and memory is crucial to like to give the correct summary to that exercise.
Okay, now you are going to do me a favor. Well, actually, two favors. One, you are going to try to participate in the other forum, Forum B. Number two, you have your grade in your private chat here in Zoom. And please continue participating, prepare the exam for next week.
Okay, teacher, thank
I
you.
don't know if you have questions. Did you read the grade?
Yes, right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe for Lisette and for the next group, I see that a good use of images, the material you are taking it, and let's just try to be specific about the steps of the
Yes,
activity.
if you touch, for example, explicit and implicit, there is a note there.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yep.
And in the bottom of the hand, for example, there is a
Ah, cool. Good
right,
interaction.
yes.
That is the,
And in the
got
titles,
it. Semantic meaning, yes. Ah, cool. Why don't you, how can we make this more visible? Okay, no, you know what is important? People will have to make comments about your activity. So don't worry, it's there. You already put the link. Don't worry.
okay.
Thank you, Lisette. Next.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Who's next? Remember, this is out of the recording. You can go in, like if you're in the classroom, you can go to the bathroom, come back. I am helping you by groups. But if you are paying attention, of course, you can use these comments and feedback in your activity if you haven't started or something. And remember, the deadline for everything is May 8th. Hasta el 8 de mayo. But until that, we can negotiate and think plan A, plan B, plan C. Continue. Group number 2.
Me and Nicholas.
Okay, so should I, what? Should I open my email or it's in the Moodle?
In the Moodle.
So let's see if it opens here. You two guys. Give me your names, please, your last name, I mean. Laura?
Martin and Barry.
Martin and?
Barry.
Thank you. Share content. Entonces, Moodle, porque está y ustedes cumplieron antes del 21, que tienen un porcentaje ganado. What is missing is to go to the other forum and make comments on the other forum, on the other lesson plans. Be critical and be friendly also. No, creo que me toca actualizar las credenciales y ya estoy con ustedes. Any different questions about the other things, about the assignments? People, no? Ah, there it is. Guys, but you are in Forum B, por eso no los encontraba. Ay, pero ¿cómo así que otra vez pasa con esto? No, yes, wait. This is crazy. Me saca y me mete. ¿Qué no? Ahora sí, pena con ustedes. Start broadcasting. Teaching B. Nicolas, ready?
Yes, teacher.
So you have 2 minutes. Speak. Sí, esto yo lo he visto. Okay, good. Just speak. 2 minutes.
Okay, our activity have three objectives. The first one is use the part of the brain where the implicit learning is located, and the students will use frontal lobe when they are trying to remember and exercise student memory. Okay, as I said before, we have two different activities. Like in these activities, you are going to use your memory, and you are focusing that.
Okay, well, the first activity, well, we first of all we choose easier activities for the students in order to like to make class more dynamic. Yeah, the first activity is chart activities. So it's simple. We just put some words um, in some charts, and they have the students have the opportunity to turn to charts. So they have to remember the position and the word that is behind the chart in order to, for example, when they have the turn to go to the front again, to remember where is the word and what is the like the car, or maybe the color or the symbol that is in front of the chart. That is uh, our first activity. And of course, this game will develop the memory process because the children have to remember, yeah, where is the card and where it's located, as I said. Also, our second activity is a match activity. So we have some images with some verbs, and first of all, we are going to show the first image, that is the one that is in the whiteboard, and in that with those images and with those verbs, the students have to, for example, remember like walk, run, write, yeah, those verbs. And then we are going to show another image with different actions, like with the same verbs, but like with different images. So they have to remember what were the verbs and make a relation between the image and the verb. Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Maybe 1 minute, some seconds to mention something as a
Well,
conclusion.
also in this game, the students will develop their memory process because they have to memorize a lot of things like the words, the images, the colors, the positions. So these kind of activities develop a lot of the memory of the student.
And as I said before, in the objective, you can see that in this activity, we use the implicit part in our brain.
Okay, guys. Well, excellent. You know what? I have 2 comments for you. Number 1, I see that you have a process here, and by the moment you have to talk about memory with your students, you will know the difference, implicit and explicit. But maybe the recommendation is that in the objective, you have to mention the students. So the students will be able to do this for this and that, but you don't mention the teacher, you don't mention the theory. So these objectives, use the frontal lobe? No, use the vocabulary for this. But it's not technical, okay? This is not the knowledge of the teacher and the school, but students exercise memory for this and this and this. You understand? El último puede ser. But you have to reward the objective. But don't worry.
Okay.
Your last assignment is to go to Forum A and criticize and make comments about the other lesson plans or activities they have. Porque no es necesariamente lesson plan, era una description of activity.
Okay.
Cool or not, guys? Laura Martin, Nicolas Vargas, I'm going to write on the private chat your grade.
Okay.
If you don't agree,
Thank you.
like teacher, we deserve less or something like that, maybe you help me and I can change the grade if you don't agree. So we have Laura Martin for only one person. Yes or no?
Yes,
Can we continue? Group number 3? Okay. Continue.
Thank you.
See you. Okay, next. Number 3.
Well, teacher, me, Carlos.
Okay, Mr. Rojas. Should I check in the Moodle?
No, teacher, I didn't send you a advance because I really have problem with the internet. But I should do. I showed the all the activity.
Okay, Carl. Sure, man. But just a question: were you number 3 in the turn?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, take it easy. Take it. I'm just gonna
I
open
put
my
Carlos
email.
Rojas 3, teacher. Yes.
So I'm gonna share the email to see what you send me. Cool.
No, teacher. I maybe the possibility to share my screen.
Ask to rename.
Yes, teacher.
Maybe you
I didn't have
can
a
try.
presentation. I only
Okay.
tried to speak.
In 2 minutes, try.
Yes,
Try
teacher.
if you can in this moment.
Okay, teacher. Well, my activity is for
But
the.
wait. Share content. Compartir tu pantalla, ¿no?
Oh,
Para ver
okay.
lo que tiene.
Okay.
I am not sure if you can.
No, teacher, I didn't.
So you're just gonna speak, or you're going to show me something?
Yes, teacher, I have a short activity, maybe related with the other group, is to identify and put the practice of the memory, teacher. It's a short presentation of the activity, teacher.
So,
Maybe yes, teacher, or maybe I can share you with the email.
Please,
maybe, teacher.
But right now, I thought it was before. I mean, should I open my email right now?
Right, teacher, or maybe, teacher, I can wait on another person, or maybe
Yeah,
teacher.
send me that to my email. I will open the email.
Okay.
Because remember, until the 21st, there was like a percentage for the first advance. But anyways, you will have a great today. Send it to my email. Next group. Teacher. Don't worry. Next group.
Me, teacher, and Jordan.
Angie, Lorena, and Lady.
And
so
Lady.
in the Moodle, right? You put it on the date.
Yeah. Yep.
Bueno, les voto una respuesta. La de Vygotsky nada tiene que ver con Universal Grammar. Descarten si les aparece Vygotsky, nada tiene que ver con Universal Grammar. Entonces, campus virtual. Porque yo sé que se pueden pasar 1 o 2 respuestas, pero no le gracias. Si pueden ustedes justificar, especialmente en el punto 11 me demuestra todo lo anterior. So, lady, it's in form A, possibly. Otra vez, ¿qué mamera está? Wait.
Yes, I think. Don't worry, teacher.
Me saco cada 2 minutos, me toca poner otra vez contraseña. Now. In the meantime, how are you?
Fine, teacher. Fine. Just trying to adapt to this way to learn because it's so difficult to me and I suppose to many people.
For sure. Yes.
Yes, that is, teacher.
Well, I don't see it. 3? Camila? I know, Angie and Lady. Sorry.
No. Yeah.
No? I'm not talking to Angie, no? Camila and Valerie in this moment.
No. And you, Hernán.
So I don't see you. So you are
look,
in Forum B.
ahí donde dice Lady. Lady Garcia, teacher. Ya lo habías abierto.
Lady. Lady and Angie,
yeah.
yes. My friend. Okay, 2 minutes. Just speak.
But
wait a minute. Are you the both of you? Angie and Lady, are you there?
She's here, but she is maybe present ears with the headphones and the camera. So
wait a minute, Angie. Don't worry. I would like you to have to be both, so you can have the defending something. What do you prefer? To wait? Maybe she can connect later, or maybe in another moment.
So for that reason, she recorded, teacher,
and
She
she
recorded.
explained, yeah,
Uh-huh.
that
And
is
where?
the first part of the activity. Like she never came to watch, so she present the first part
Mm-hmm.
of the video, and she explained everything. She explained the short memory, the long-term memory, and after I explained the activity. Yes.
Ladies, you know what? Because I, like 3 weeks ago, I like 1 month ago, I started seeing the process of this. And I had written to lady like, yes, good job on the objective, and maybe later you integrate it with Angie, you know? So it's clear for me. I remember this activity. The only thing is
Okay,
that
teacher.
we will present ladies video next class before the exam. I am
Perfect,
presenting
teacher.
her part, okay? And the favor is not a favor, but a recommendation. You two ladies, I mean, Lady and Angie, you are
Yeah.
going to go to the other forum to criticize and analyze the other lesson plans. In this moment, I'm going to
Perfect.
write a grade to Angie Bernal. Maybe we had talked about it.
Yeah.
But remember that I can validate this grade next class when I present your lesson plan and
The
ladies
video.
part. The video, exactly.
Perfect, teacher. Okay.
Cool. According to this process and this lesson plan that is in the Moodle, that is following everything on the deadline and everything, let me write on the chat, in the private chat, and then I continue with next group. So I'm gonna write it to
Thank you,
Angie
teacher.
Lorena. Please communicate it to Lady, los acuerdos a los que llegamos. And
Okay.
Lisa. Angie Lorena Bernal Forero,
Yeah, teacher.
right?
Yes. Thank you, teacher.
Do you agree, disagree? Let me know. See you around. Who's next?
Me, teacher.
Angie, cool? Okay, who's me? It's Janice. Wait a minute, Janice. I talk to you
Yeah,
in a
cool,
second.
teacher. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Do what you two, do what I tell you, and see you next week.
Okay.
Bye. And now I am talking to Janice. I know you uploaded something in the Moodle. Let's see.
Yes, teacher, but I send you the
Guys.
PowerPoint presentation by email.
Ah, okay, so we can
With the
see it in this
corrections.
moment very quickly.
Yes, with the
Yeah,
corrections that you.
I'm gonna take a look,
Okay.
and you can speak in 2 minutes. Janice, alone or with somebody else?
No, alone, teacher.
Okay, for the rest of you who are present, I'm going to be working like 2 or 3 more groups. I'm going to make a pause. I'm going to stretch 5 minutes and then I continue, okay? Remember that I will be here until 11. You can go and come back. Sharing the screen in the Moodle. We have here Janice. In B, maybe? Forum B?
No, but the email.
Yeah, but wait a minute. The lesson or the
Okay.
PDF, the document is here, yeah?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Teacher,
Who's next? Who's speaking?
Laura,
Laura, tell me.
I am looking in the teaching activity, but I can't comment.
Because I'm going to make it available in this moment, okay?
Okay.
Le quito la restricción ya mismo.
Okay, thank you.
Pero antes de que se me olvide, le quito la restricción a esos dos y ya. Janice, start speaking. I listen to you over 2 minutes.
But the PowerPoint, no, is better.
But start speaking about this and then I show you the PowerPoint.
Okay.
1 minute about this and then 1 minute with the PowerPoint. Come on.
Okay. I choose a second grade students in a second grade that is between 6 and 7 years. The topic that I'm gonna teach could be fables and animals. And the author that I choose is Piaget, and the most specific in the second stage, because in this age, that 6 and 7 years, students have symbolic thinking and they start to use a proper syntax and grammar. They can express concepts according to their imagination and their intuition. Also, the ability to the conversation is developed. They understand the world through images and the language too. So, also the child begin to represent the world by symbolically. So, the activity maybe scroll down.
Wait a minute, Janice, before I scroll down. Just a comment here in this methodology or author, maybe you can have this clear, but this is not in the, si lo quieres llamar lesson plan, this is not in the lesson plan, okay? This was the explanation. This is what you are telling me. I know you understand symbolism, Piaget stages, but this is not in the, this is in the description of the activity, but for example, in a lesson plan, the lesson plan is only this. Objectives, activities, resources, and time. This is the lesson plan. And this is your oral explanation of the class. This is different, okay? So don't worry. Anyways, you have a product here and you will learn. Now I'm opening the email to see in some seconds your PowerPoint, right? I'm gonna write here, Janice, right?
Yes, teacher.
So probably it appear. And memory activity. But today at 10 a.m.
Yes,
don't worry, I'm kidding. Yes, but it's today. Yeah. The important is that you had put a first advance in the Moodle, and this is what you told me. It's almost the same info. Nice use of the pictures. Please put this presentation in the forum, okay? Additionally.
Okay.
Ahora, ¿sabes qué es más? De lo en español. Take pictures and you put the images. Ahí en el foro lo pones como imagen para que se vea, para que la gente no tenga que abrir la PowerPoint presentation, but just images. 2 or 3 images, okay? Ahí le haces como réplica a tu propio post del lesson plan. Ahí mismo le haces esto. And then you will have to go to the other forum to comment the other lesson plans. Okay, Janice, I have an idea here. Final comment?
Yes, no, what? I changed the objective because you told me that maybe it's better 1, no 4.
Okay, but you don't have to change the document in the Moodle. You just type it. Lo escribes ahí nomás. You just, okay, guys, the objective, the new objective is this. Como un post chiquito lo comentas ahí. Clear the objective. And this you put in the pictures and you comment on the other forum. Clear? Can I give you the grade now or something else, Janice?
Yes, teacher. It's okay.
So Janice Ortiz. Let me put your last name, Ortiz. It's clear for me your activity, and I know you learned something about Piaget and the stages. So more chat to Janice. So you work individually, right?
Yes, teacher.
Ready? Next. If you don't agree, let me know, Janice. Who's next?
Okay, no.
Okay.
Teacher, your email.
Shall I stop here? We have 20 participants, but maybe you're not listening. You're just going to go on the activity, the quiz. Shall we go now then?
Teacher.
Share your email, Carlos Rojas. Okay, I'm gonna work with Carlos and maybe
teacher.
one or two more before we go. Carlos and somebody else. Well, send me emails if you have questions or whatever. I conclude with Carlos in this moment then.
Yes.
Una canción.
Rojas, Carlos, or it was previous?
Yes, teacher, but teacher, can you ask again your email?
Wait a minute. Monica Alejandra, we're listening to you.
Sorry, teacher. Sorry, teacher.
Teacher,
It's okay,
teacher.
it's okay. Yes, later.
For example, it's necessary to have a presentation or?
It's up to you. It's up to you
Okay.
if you want, or if you are not ready today, let me know. Maybe the last limit will be next class. But important is that I know your plan. I have your first
Teacher,
advance.
I'm ready with Camila, but I'm doing the exam. I'm really sorry, so I have to finish
So
first.
no, ladies, Paula and Camila. You know, I have seen your process. If you want,
Yeah.
I can send you an email, and maybe if you want, you can present it next week.
Oh,
So you
teacher,
can
but
focus
we
Okay.
focus
changed
your attention
everything.
today on the exam. Tell me.
But we changed everything. Like we did like a presentation, like explaining what we don't have, so like we didn't have. So I
But wait
don't
a
know.
minute, Paula and Camila.
Yeah.
That's so
Teacher,
cute.
um, I'm with Stefania, and she sent you an email with our
Yeah.
presentation.
So it goes like this, Carlos, and then I talk to Paula and Camila, or if Paula and Camila prefer next week. I thought you had presented Paula and Camila, no le di feedback, no me acuerdo.
No, teacher, you gave us like like support, so we can like change what we didn't have for our presentation. So
But
we
you
were
already,
supposed
but
to
Paula,
present
wait a minute.
our today.
Paula and Camila, you did not in last class? I don't remember.
No, we didn't. We no alcanzamos.
Okay, let's do something. I work with Carlos, and then with Clayder, yes, I'm all right with Stefania. You, Paula, and Camila, I'm going to leave you this option. Wait for my email or present it next week. Don't worry, if you have it ready today, you can take 5 minutes next week. You can have the attention today on the quiz. Do you agree, Camila, and maybe?
Okay.
So Carlos, later,
Yes, teacher.
Stefania, and then I make some pause. So Carlos, what do I do in the email?
Yes, teacher. Share your email and I send you the presentation.
Camila, Paula.
Teacher, but show me your email. Teacher, I didn't have your email.
Man.
Ay, Carlos.
I didn't
So
have
who's
your email,
next?
teacher.
Clayder and Oscar Punto Pulido.
Wait, teacher. Oscar.
Clayder and, okay, I start with Clayder. Oscar Punto
Okay.
Pulido. Clayder and Stefania, where should I check? In the Moodle?
Teacher, no, in the email.
Ah, so you didn't send me a first advance, did you?
Yes. Yes, you tell the object.
And
Teacher.
why didn't you put anything on the Moodle?
Because I forgot.
Thanks for your honesty. But I know you two have been working.
No,
Nice
I.
music.
The reason
You're listening at the
was
back.
I understood different. For example, I understood that first of all we have to send you our presentation, right? And then we have to put to allow a mural. It was something that I understood. That is Stefania.
Yes, teacher, because you say that we send them the email and you correct and send the corrections.
Yeah.
Yes, teacher, for example,
So
it's the
let's see.
same case.
Por eso no
Later.
lo subí al Moodle, profe.
Yeah, but if you are really attentive to the classes, the
Sí, a mí
instructions
también
were
me
clear and
pasó eso.
everything. No
Porque
problem. I'm
estábamos
checking it
esperando
now.
que tú nos corrigieras el trabajo, porque tú lo habías
Yes.
dicho.
Last class, did you ask for any corrections? Because last class I said, okay, who wants corrections or something before posted? And you didn't, but we are here. Clayder or Stefania's email?
Estefanía.
We send you a record.
A recording.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, and you didn't remind me, and I said that I was going to play it today at the beginning, and I said, and you didn't remind me. Stefania, your last name?
Hernández. De email. Simón, no moleste.
No emails.
Yeah.
Stefania Clayder.
I spell the email. SHERN is
Yes, I had already talked to you. I had already seen this last class, remember?
Yes.
And I told you that today at the beginning I was going to play the audio, but you didn't remind me.
Yes, teacher.
So listen, what we're going to do in this moment, I'm going to give you a grade because I saw the process. Next class, before the exam, we are going to have, wait a minute. We're going to have Angie and Lady's presentation, but it's very short, it's like the conclusion because it's a material that I want you to see. And in your case, please, do you have this audio in the Moodle?
No, teacher. I
No, I
have
don't have it.
Listen,
but I can hear the...
In this moment, I am making the forums available again. Quitando la restriction in this moment.
Okay.
Please mute your microphone. So what I'm going to ask
Play
you,
that, please.
Put your link here of this YouTube, and the other people, you have to make comments on that. We need this recording there. In this moment, because I remember, I'm going to ask you I'm going to give you the grade in this moment through the chat. But this grade can
Hi
be valid.
everybody, how are you?
Yes, I remember. I had already listened to it. Yeah. So please put the link, and well, we are going to see how people make. Yes, in the forum, in the corresponding forum, and then you will go and make comments on the other groups.
Okay, teacher.
On the other forum.
Okay.
The alternative. Stephania, yo estaba buscando es que PH, pero es con F. Stephania and Clayder Fabian. Give me like a last conclusion of your activity, I know it's in the recording maybe, but one last idea to conclude your grading.
Okay, this activity can help us or our students to put our memory and it can help us to improve our English, something like that. This activity is useful for learn. For example, our topic was part of the speech to recognize what is a verb, what is an adverb, what is an adjective, something like that. And the role about our memory, that is important.
This activity also work with the memory, the nervous, and try to concentrate because this activity have a time. And
a limited amount of time. Yes.
Yes. And the people feel nervous, and this activity help to concentrate.
Okay. Now you have your grade. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And well, I don't know. Be active in the other forum.
Okay.
Oh, teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
I had like the same problem like Stefania. I sent you like the draft through email, but I didn't post it on Moodle because I didn't know if it was like the final product. So can I post it in the Moodle or?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
In this moment, the thing is that you won't have a 5, of course, because you didn't put it in the moment in the 21st. But if it is very good, let's see it. After Carlos, I can see yours or maybe next class, and that's it, I guess.
Okay.
Teacher, if you see your email, I send you the presentation.
Sure, okay. Ay, Claire.
Oh, Claire didn't say that.
No, teacher, sí está hablando con Estefanía.
Sí sabemos, se notó.
Sí, claro. ¿Cómo no?
Sorry.
Okay, no, don't be sorry. Carlos Andrés.
Yes, teacher.
Ay, no, pero me puso es que, ¿qué? Get, download.
Oh, you didn't have the teacher no. Oh, yeah. Oh,
No, but in Drive, in the Drive,
okay.
in the Drive.
What?
Where is it?
Uh,
There it is. It's opening. So you have 2 minutes. Speak, Carlos.
Well, good morning. Well, this activity is very, very simple, maybe, but if the presentation have, if you see that different colors in the older present in the older screens, what is the difference of the older screens? This activity is for the childrens, for the primary or basic English in the childrens, and that's if you see that in the all the presentation have a sentence. This sentence is the students recognize the sentence in the colors of the screen. What did I do that is that the all the students remember the color because the children are very identify all the visual activities. And the memory is too simple. For example, if you see the color yellow, you didn't see the word, but in the presentation see the word. But the activities, the sitting maybe cool down the beauty of the word. And the activity is that all the students to identify and to try to have the word in the size for the different colors of the activity. This is the activity, and the objectives of the activity is that the student recognize and remember and use it for these two things, the memory and the visual learning. This is the two objectives to this activity, teacher. Maybe I expressed that the
Okay.
idea.
Man,
Yeah.
2 comments? No, I have the idea, but
Okay.
for next time, or maybe you can put what I am telling you, you can put it in the Moodle, in the
Okay. Yes,
forums.
teacher.
And it's something that, number one, is not like clear, like the steps of the activity. First, the children, and the second comment goes as for something very silly in vocabulary. Un
Okay.
niño, a child. Varios niños, children. Okay?
Yes, teacher.
But childs ni children existen, entonces pilas. Child, children.
Okay.
Just to mention the steps of the activity, maybe in another post in the forum, but you can put this as images or if you want.
Okay.
Okay, Carlos, I'm gonna write a grade, but for
Okay,
next time, try to go deeper because maybe you didn't explain the stages of Piaget. We don't know the
Oh, yes,
population,
teacher.
we don't know number of students, what ages, and what processes mentally, according to Piaget, they are able to process. Understand?
Okay,
You
teacher.
were missing that. If you want to complete it, you can put it in the forum. I can see that you were paying attention to my recommendation and you put it there.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, Carlos, I'm writing a number here. Let me know if you disagree or agree. We can modify it according to your participation in the forums. Carlos?
Yes, teacher.
Let me know. And I finished with Camila, I guess.
Yes, teacher.
Mm-hmm. Ready, Carlos?
Yes, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
No, thank you. Don't forget to study Piaget. And
Okay,
goodbye.
teacher.
Next.
Teacher, we send our presentation to your email.
Okay, so I'm working with Valerie and Camila, and then I
Yeah.
conclude with some general questions, and that's it, okay?
Okay.
So in my email, guys, this quiz is very easy. You will believe me. The quiz that I told you. Have you started? Somebody in this Zoom already took it? Que nos bote una respuesta y una pregunta. No, nobody? It's easy. It's easy. So in the email.
Teacher, you opened the
So
Moodle?
ladies, say it again.
You opened the Moodle?
In this moment, si quieren antes de atenderlas, los activo, porque si no después se nos olvida. Los activo de una de los foros para que puedan seguir ahí.
Ah, ok, teacher.
Los reabro, mejor dicho.
Porque si no se me olvidó subirlo otra vez.
So, Paula Andrea?
Camila Bulla.
Camila Bulla, teaching activity, yeah. Slides in the... Desbloqueo esto y las escucho, ¿ok?
Ok.
Valerie Camila.
Se le acabó el tiempo por Dios.
Por dos.
No, es que yo pensaba que eso tocaba esa línea del tiempo, enviarla así. Yo escribí.
Sí, yo también me tocó escribir porque estaba difícil hacer esa
Uy,
línea del tiempo.
no.
Ah, sí, muy
O
difícil.
sea, profe, ¿uno cómo enviaba eso
Como
hecho? Yo prefiero escribirlo y explicarlo.
el párrafo, sí. Para hacer párrafitos y como poner cada
Pero
cosa.
como pueden hacer 2 intentos y de pronto
No,
en la entrega
Ah,
pueden
solo uno. Ahí dice que solo uno.
ahí dice que solo uno,
ya,
sí.
listo, no, ya se los cambio para 2, igual tienen que
Ah, no, profe, ya que.
menos mal me dicen
Yo lo
porque
envié.
lo había puesto para 2, pero se me fue uno, entonces.
No, pues yo quedé
Profe,
como...
muy tarde, ya lo envié.
La idea
Sí,
es
está bien,
aprender, la idea es más que rajarse o pasar. Si alguien necesita de pronto un tercer intento me escribe, pero la idea es que en serio, más allá de pasarse la respuesta, es que haga un proceso aquí de quién es quién. En la línea del tiempo me va a dar cuenta en el punto final eso. Espera, quito las restricciones y ya las escucho. Restricciones de acceso de los foros.
Ay, chicas.
Sí. Camila, ¿nos hacemos eso hoy, sí? ¿O nos presentamos?
Sí, ya.
Sí, pues toca decirle al profe que saque su celular para jugar.
Ok, bueno. Sí, sí. Sí, de una. Ay, no, eso me puso muy... O sea, me faltaban 3 segundos y yo no lo había enviado y yo...
Pero vas a
Sí,
tener
yo
otro
también.
intento, ya lo activé, Entonces, Forum
No,
A
profe, ya
activated.
lo hice, ya lo envié.
No, pero yo
Ya
me
no
sentí
voy a
mal
volver a
porque
hacer
yo
eso.
no tenía
Pero lo
escritas
justo es que yo
muchas
les dije que
fechas
eran
y yo
2
dije,
intentos,
no.
entonces voy a cambiar la fichita para darles 2 intentos. Es que es lo justo que yo les había dicho. En ese caso
No,
podrías,
profe, yo ya
si
lo dejo
quieres,
así.
igual. O después dialogamos si
Me
esa
dio
respuesta
miedo.
la sabes, ese puntico cómo te lo quito, te lo doy en
Ok.
pronto cuando miremos la nota. Ajustes de restricción de acceso. Start speaking, ladies. I listen to you, Valeria and Camila.
Ok. Ah, no, Valeria, Camila, bueno.
Sí, Valeria, yo sí no.
Yo, ¿qué yo?
Esperemos.
Start.
Okay, we base our activity on two theories. The first is neurolinguistics, and the other is the Chomsky theory. Our activity is focused on activities carried out with the Jones theories, and where the children will have to remember actions, pronunciation, verb, and so on. Camille, please, the theory.
The two theories, neurolinguistics maintains that when presenting information and to examine learning and memory, people learning styles must be considered. This theory of neurolinguistics takes memory into account from the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic aspects. And in the visual, people remember what they see as face, names, and image. In the auditory, remember what they heard, and in the kinesthetics, people remember actions, situations, or the impression they have of them. On the other hand, the other theory is Chomsky, is also known as biolinguistics. It is the exercise of certain structures in our mind and a film that allows both the production of language and the fact of understand a message.
Okay, instead of reading, in 2 minutes, summarize the steps of the activity and what you can say, please.
Okay, so the topic of the activity is learn verbs. The population is children in 5th grade. The objective is develop memory skills in children as an important part of cognitive process in academic training through dynamic games. The first activity, the idea is the children make a foot wheel, and the game consists to the child who is next to another repeat the actions and his previous claimants and proposing his action. And in this game, children must remember the order in action that will also learn in English verbs. The resource is papers with the names of verbs, and the time is 25 minutes. In the second activity, Cami.
In the second activity, association cards, each child has to remember where the two equal cards are. For this, we will show them of the cards face up, and then they are turned face down. The resources, picture cards, colors, markers, and tape.
Conclusion in your own words.
Conclusions, children are able to make use of memory in the short, medium, and long steps in the interaction with their classmates in the activity proposed in class, where they should remember the order of affections, verb, names, and place. All this will help them to children to strengthen and make use of their memory so that at the time of December, new information and knowledge, they can save and make use of them in the future. It's a conclusion.
Mucha lectura, but it's okay, it's okay. I can give you a grade in this moment. Maybe what I want you to do is take this in pictures, not in PowerPoint, but in pictures, y las adjuntan. This one, and this one, las adjuntan al foro. Les tocaba.
Okay.
You understand? And then you're gonna go to the other forum to make comments about the other lesson plans, about the other activities, etc. Clear?
Clear.
Yes, teacher, clear.
You are including like the main concepts of, and it was only about Piaget, but you mentioned something about Chomsky, so it is good, and I see that you have appropriation of the concepts. So I'm gonna write in Camila's private chat the grade, but remember you have some assignments in the folder that I told you, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to Camila Buya, right?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Valdi and Camila, you have your grade. The rest of the class, are we done? Maybe if Luisa, our new friend Luisa is around there, wait for the email. Today I'm gonna send you an email, but if you want, you can communicate here after the class. Some minutes, Luisa Fernanda. And you will be having to read the email because I wanna see what is your proposal for the teaching activity. You have like 1 week because you arrived extremely late. And the people who are missing, you have 1 week to show me like the advances or what you have moved about the activity, the teaching activity in the light of Piaget and in the light of memory's explanation. Anything else? Can we leave now? Write in the WhatsApp if you have any issue. Maybe I can help you for the quiz. I already updated it for 2 attempts, 2 intentos. So, you know, the idea is helping each other, but learning more than passing. More than passing the grade with 3, 4, 5 is a matter that at the end of the quiz you say, okay, I am reflecting and I am learning some of the principal theories and authors of teaching language. In this case, the role and the importance of instruction in language theories of acquisition of the language. Thank you so much, my friends. Good job, and I'll see you next week for the exam. The exam will be, you have to watch weeks 8, 9, and 10, the recordings, the materials, the quizzes, the forums. I'm going to ask you some questions about that. I'm going to give you maybe like a case and reading, and you will have to make an analysis in a short text, maybe in pairs. That is next week. But very important, read the information that you were supposed to read for today, because I'm going to retake that same information from Case Debut in the exam next week. So you better have the PDF or the copies or whatever you have by hand in the moment of your exam next week. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Teacher, bye.
Bye, teacher.
Profe nuestra actividad, ¿no?
Bye.
Camila Herrera and?
Paula, Lescano.
But you already started? I want to know. Because I remember your activity, but I don't remember if you presented something last class.
Yes, we presented last class.
I didn't give you the grade, right?
No, but we didn't present it like we didn't present like the topic. We didn't present like the activity, but I present you like what we were supposed to do.
So as I see the Moodle, do you have any last like comment or correction from the previous class to this class so we can, wait a minute. So I can give you the grade now, girls?
Yes, teacher, we made the corrections.
So you have 2 minutes to show me that. I give you the grade and that's it.
Teacher, you have the presentation on your email.
It's in my email. It's not in the Moodle.
No, because what I told you before.
Paula, but you sent it today, only today.
Yes. Yes. No, I sent it previously, like another one, but this is the one who is already
Yes,
correct.
I know. You were in the Moodle. You were in the Moodle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I want you to do
No,
is
I didn't
task
post
number
it.
one.
But okay.
Post something about the activity, not this presentation, but about the activity, girls, Camila and Paula.
Okay.
In the Moodle. You have nothing in the Moodle? In the forums?
No, because I sent it to your email to have the corrections last class.
Mm-hmm. What I can give you is, please, you're going to put this
on Moodle.
Yeah, but not in a PowerPoint, but in your corresponding space, you are going to take pictures and add them as images, como imágenes adjuntas, no como PowerPoint. Is it clear?
Okay.
After this, you make a post, like in one sentence, you put your conclusion. That is the conclusion that I am asking you in this moment. Tell me something that you can say. I remember the activity, but according to the comments and corrections, how can you conclude this activity for giving you a grade?
Okay, teacher. First, the lesson is like the population, the students are between 19 to 25 years old. Our objective is that the students will understand concepts like working memory, long-term memory, and sequence memory that is like referred to the activity. And through these concepts, they will understand Piaget's stages. And through the video, they will understand more concepts. The game consists on to exercise their memory, like tricking their long-term memory and their working memory. And Camila will tell you what is the Piaget stage.
In this case, it's formal operational because at this stage, the adolescent or young adult be to think abstractly and reason about hypothetical problems. And the video, we will say how the human being use memory, the tips of memory, and about problem solving.
Well, girls, I would like you to keep this, or maybe you want to change it. It's up to you. If you want to keep your grade or improve it. Because this, I understand the activity, I understand the population. I know you learn about Piaget and memory, the types of memory. But in this objective, I don't know, la población sería como estudiantes de psicología o de licenciatura para que el tema sea Piaget.
The main topic is memory, so we related Piaget's stages so they can understand. Like
students from 19 to 25, it means university students, no high school. But you have to mention students of psychology, porque si uno no está estudiando psicología, uno para qué estudia Piaget, que ustedes utilizan a Piaget para las partes de la actividad, pero no es que todos los estudiantes tengan que entender sobre Piaget. Your topic can be it or can be different. Am I right? Am I wrong? So define your population like mother languages students, you see? A group of students of psychology. Entonces ahí sí se tendría lógica que ellos estudien Piaget. De otra forma, pues un estudiante no tiene que estudiar Piaget, sino que usted como profe lo sabe para explicar el cerebro un poquito y el comportamiento.
Questions? No, pues es que lo pusimos, o sea, como el tema principal es memoria, pero quisimos como meter las etapas de Piaget para que ellos como que comprendieran como que en esa etapa en la que ellos están, su memoria funciona así, lo que ellos pueden hacer y sus capacidades.
Yeah, okay, good. But just for the record that in a class, for example, with high school, maybe you can use understand Piaget, but you don't teach them Piaget. You teach them English or vocabulary or different things, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to write the grade in the chat right now, and remember your assignment in the forums. The forums are open, so you can now post what I told you and make comments on the other forum that I told you. Clear?
Yes.
So Camila Herrera, I'm going to write the grade right now, and we'll finish with you.
Okay.
Camila Buya, Camila Herrera.
Teacher?
You two girls. Yep.
We're missing Karen and Alejandra.
Okay, next class, sure. Take the time.
Okay.
Did you send me any email?
No, in the forum.
Teacher, we also
Send you a presentation?
Yes.
teacher,
Okay.
we also have to present. So when can
Next
we
class?
present?
No, sorry,
Okay.
next class. I've been waiting for you 2 weeks. Now you will have to wait 1 more week.
Okay, teacher. Thank
So
you,
we have
teacher.
two groups pending, and that's it. Monica and Paula. That you don't have a
Okay,
grade
teacher.
yet, but you will have it next week. If you send me an email, I will send you the feedback corrections. But
Okay,
try to
teacher.
post in the forum before I give you the grade next class. Try to post on the forum, participate in the other forum, post your proposal, and consider the corrections of the others. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Two groups
Teacher,
and that's it.
Thank you,
Yes.
teacher.
Natalia and me, we sent you the presentation, but you never
I'm telling
reply
you.
us.
When did you send it to me? And I can take a look before we go.
On
When?
April 15.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago.
Oui. Yes.
And okay, and last class, la clase pasada cuando yo dije, entonces a quién le reviso correo para hacerle feedback. Where were you? Where were you? I'm asking you.
Sorry, teacher.
No, I'm just
But
saying,
we
I'm not
send
mad.
you.
I'm just asking. Yes, but I have like 150 students, so I have to personalize the search. Maria Camila? Herrera? No. Who? Natalia.
No, teacher,
Amador Camila.
It's not Bullion Herrera, it's Amador. Memory lesson plan. So I give you a comment. Remember, I'm not giving you the grade. I'm just going to give you a comment.
Es que yo le envié 2 veces porque el primero tuvo unos errores y es la segunda presentación que le enviamos.
No Spanish, Maria
Ay.
Camila, no Spanish. Thank you.
It's the second one that we send you because the first one have mistakes in the test.
Okay. Remember, this is English class too. So I'm opening. I give you a comment, but I don't give you the grade yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be working your grade on what you listen to me today and what you put in the forums. Next week, I'm just gonna ask you like 2 questions to give you the grade. All right. Remind me, please. It's your responsibility to say, teacher, please remember that you have to give us a grade of the teaching activity. Please take pictures of this and put it in the Moodle, like evidence. Not the PowerPoint, and not the PDF, but images, como imágenes adjuntas para que se abra en el foro y las veamos. ¿Ok? ¿Clear?
Ok.
¿Grado décimo? No, pero los de grado décimo no tienen que aprender qué es memoria. What is memory? No. You use memory, but no. Change the objective. No way. Eso es como el grupo anterior que eran estudiantes de psicología. Ok, ellos van a estudiar memoria. But the students of 10th grade, you work with memory. Pero el estudiante, ¿qué va a hacer? ¿Con qué? ¿Para qué?
Okay.
Memory is the strategies, but no le van a explicar a un chino décimo teorías de la memoria, tipos de memoria. No way. Maybe, a no ser que sea clase que biology, psychology, ¿cómo lo ubican en el currículo de grado décimo? Esto lo explican ustedes. Okay, good, in your oral explanation, but this is important. No, activity, this is the important. The procedure, the steps of the activity. Photo, the students primero esto, and then the teacher did this, and then we answer the question. What is the conclusion? Theoretical conclusion. A lot of theory. Understand my point? So change the objective, this is more important, and show me the steps, the 3 or 4 steps of the students and the teacher to develop the activity. The rest, dejen las imágenes, but this is not in the lesson, in the planning. This is the explanation of the planning. Clear, not clear? Look at the punctuality, 10:55. Anything else, girls?
No, it's okay.
The forums are available, ya están sin restricciones, are available in this moment so you can attack. And I'll see you next week to talk about the grades. Okay? Talk to Isabel if you have any questions about the quiz, maybe some person, and I can have a solution. But you have 2 attempts, 2 intentos, 30 minutes. Goodbye. Have a nice week.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a question, but it's a friend asked me that you had a tutoring with her, and she wants to know if you are already tutoring these days or something like that. English tutoring.
You're talking about out of this class, right?
Yes. No,
Mm,
she's in breakthrough. She's English tutoring, no breakthrough.
yeah, no, my dear, in this problem, there are only like specific teachers for that. But in this moment, I am not giving tutoring, only with my students of English, you understand?
Ah, okay, okay. Ah, yes. I'm gonna tell.
What I can do is that maybe next week, the day of the exam, no, you know what? If it is very, very urgent, and if that person needs some minute, we can have like I can make an exception maybe. And tell that person to write an email to me.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her.
Or I can provide some material to reinforce or something, okay?
Okay, thank you,
Or
teacher.
if that person has specific questions to my email, I can create a recording or a short video explaining that. Maybe it's not a tutoring, but I can help you with that if you want, maybe something particular explanations. The rest of you, almost 11. See you, or any other question to conclude?
Okay,
2
thank
hours
you,
of intense
teacher.
work.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.